What up? What up? Just getting everything set up. Get started in just a minute. Sorry if you hear my computer typing around and everything. Alright, I'll go ahead and get started just to respect the Saturday. Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to another episode of the Delaware Blue Hens Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 26, where today we're going to go through the 2027 College Football Playoff National Championship game between the Duke Blue Devils and the Florida Gators. An interesting College Football National Championship. Two teams that deserve to be at this stage of the season. Duke has proven all the doubters wrong, and they have gotten to the national championship. Despite only losing one game all season, they've been the underdog the entire time. While Florida, they've been a solid program the past 2 years. Billy Napier has finally turned that program around, and this has been 2 years in the making. So Duke, Florida will meet in the national championship in Las Vegas. Duke playing in their first ever national championship, Florida for the first time since 2008. So 18 years ago when Tim Tebow led them to 2 titles in 3 years. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this game, shall we? I got to take over for one of the teams.
It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over and time to figure out where on now for the fun part? Here you'll create a coach of congratulations. It's time to
Alrighty. Alright, so I'm gonna, let's see, even though Duke is technically the higher seed, they're the road team, but I'm gonna play them like they're the higher seed. So I want them to wear their all blues. And then Florida will wear their OAs. Now let's get into it. Let's get into it.
This is it, the ultimate game in this college football season. Two teams that have battled
Why is the announcers on?
Regular season. Thrive in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity.
The Gator fans, let's see if they can get it done. What's up, Sports Network? Thank you for tuning in.
For that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see a playoff
Las
team from
Vegas.
last year, the Duke Blue Devils. taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators.
Yeah, ACC versus SEC.
I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion.
Before we do that, let's turn off the commentators. Let's see, I switched to streaming, that way I wouldn't get hit with any, like, copyrights, but I forgot, I didn't know they were going to turn on the commentary for that. Alright, so let's get this thing underway. Oh. Slow, and we'll jump to the end, and we'll see what happens. Looks like it will be Duke starting off with the football. So we are underway with the 2027 College Football Playoff National Championship. As Duke will start at their own 12. Last year it was the Penn State Nittany Lions who beat the Miami Hurricanes. Now we got Duke, Florida. I know you say you're cheering for the Gators, but wouldn't it be great if we saw Duke win a college football playoff? That would be kind of crazy. And we'll start off with a run up the middle. This is one of their impact players, the senior Cam Edwards, who came over in the offseason, and a transfer from UConn. He's got 15 on the ground. I'll go to the air with a short pass, and that one's caught by Jeremiah Hazley, as there's an injured Gator, Cameron James. Mensa back to the air, another short pass, same almost throw to Hazley. As Mensa has been great for Duke as a junior, still has one more year of eligibility. I don't think he'll go pro. It's on 3rd and 7. He floats this one deep and it's incomplete. And Duke will punt it. Nice spin move. And it looks like Florida will start at the 33, which will bring out the Florida offense led by the Heisman Trophy winner, DJ Lagway, who is coming to his own here as a junior. Won the Heisman, broke any sort of season quarterback records for Florida. 4,800 yards throwing, 45 touchdowns, both school records. I mean, he has been an absolute unit for the Gators. And they'll trust him on the air with a bullet down the middle. This is caught by number 6. That is Dallas Wilson, the first team All-American at wide receiver. Alright, but just like that, they're behind the chains now. And it's on 3rd and 11. They throw it short, and it's actually going to be broken up. And they will try the 52-yarder. This is the junior Colton Norton, who is 88% this year. Going to try the long kick. It says, oh, my bad. Thank you for letting me know that. It is 2027. You are correct. I had it for the fiscal year of 2026, but you're right, it needs to be 2027. Thank you, Sports. I missed it. Oh, they missed it. Okay, so no score. Thank you, Sports Network, for that one. So Duke dodges the bullet there, second drive. Mensa steps up. He's going to tuck it. This is where he's so dangerous. 7 rushing touchdowns this year for Mensa. Picks up 15 on the ground there. Here comes a heavy blitz. It's picked up nicely, thrown short. And nice broken tackle. That's Jaden Moore, the sophomore, who's had over 1,000 yards this season. It's the first down, and Duke looks pretty solid right now. Back to the air, delayed blitz, and it's a nice catch. Yep, holds on. As there's an injured Blue Devil. That's the left guard, Eric Schoen. keeper by Mensa, and he's not going to get much. Back to the ground. Here is Edwards again. He's had a good couple of carries, 2 carries, 25 yards. I expect him to lean on him a lot more. I mean, he broke the school record for most rushing yards in a season by Mateo Durant from just 5 years ago. All right, when I say that, they go backwards. Now we got 3rd and 9 for the Blue Devils. Yeah, Penn State was not very good this year. They had a lot of players leave, and they kind of disappointed. I think they went 8-4. I don't know what their bowl game record was yet. On 3rd and 9, short. That's caught, and that might be one of those weird angles. Cosme Salas is the kicker. And, okay, so he got it. So Duke strikes first. 3-0 Blue Devils. And no, this is not the college basketball national championship. This is football, by the way. All right, so how do the Gators respond? We'll start with a short pass. Now 2nd and 6 again. Almost this is, I think, the same play, but he gets a 1st down. I don't mind getting Lagway outside the pocket. We'll have to see if he sticks around for his senior season. I doubt it, but you never know in today's NIL world. There's a short pass that's caught in the crossing pattern. That is Tony Livingston, the tight end, who's actually hurt on the play. No, they've actually never won a natty. Never won one. So this could be history making. Now a handoff. There's a huge hole up the middle. That one's a big gain. That was Isaac Brown finally getting a good carry. A Louisville transfer and 1st team All-American finds himself in the Gator backfield. Hand off to him again here. Fonte Floyd brings him down. Screen here on 2nd down. It's read perfectly by the Blue Devils. Now it's a 3rd and 5. Don't want to stall the drive here. Lagway throws it. Almost intercepted. That was a dangerous pass. So at least they'll have a chance to tie it up. They just missed a 52-yarder. Here's a 47. And it looks like it's going to be good. So we're tied at 3. All right, pretty back and forth game. Duke's hanging in there. I think a lot of people expected Florida to kind of dominate this game, but Duke's just been the pesky team, specifically because of this man right here, Cam Edwards, who's been electric this season, again with a nice run, and again, Eric Schoen is hurt on the play. I would just lean on him all day. Lean on your ground game. Between him and Mensa, you got 2 great runners back there. They'll try a screen here, and a nice play by number 0. Not sure who that is, but he makes a nice play. Only allows 4. Yeah, this would be their 4th title first since 2008. Yep, since those Tim Tebow days, that long ago, which is crazy. And what's even crazier is it's Billy Napier in this series who's leading the way. Nice play action there. Nice throw as Cooper Barkate. Over 800 yards as a senior this year, playing in his last game in the collegiate level. As the first quarter is winding down, Mensa will get another throw, and this one will be caught. And they just need to take Schoen off the field. He's getting hurt like every play. Second and 4, that's a dangerous pass. I got a 3rd and 4. I don't think you're in field goal range yet. As here comes a delayed blitz. Mensa will not see it, and it will be a sack. That's Carmani McClain, the former 5-star from Lakeland, Florida, getting the sack, and that'll knock Duke out of field goal range. They will not try it, as well. They will not wait till the end of the quarter. So we'll begin at the second quarter with Florida starting off with the football, all knotted up at 3 apiece here in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium for your national championship. Yeah, honestly, I mean, both teams will. One or the other. Somebody will get their first championship in the CFP era. First and 10. There's a nice run. That's a huge run. Up the middle, he's actually gone. 81 yards to the house. That it's Isaac Brown. And with that touchdown, not only will Florida have the lead, but he will break the single-season record. Actually, he'll tie the single-season record for most rushing touchdowns in a season by a Gator, tying it with his actual teammate currently, Jaden Ball, who has 24. That was a huge play for the Gators, and that will be the first touchdown of the evening. And it's 10-3. Yeah, right up the middle. The Gators chomp it up. One play, 81 yards. Alright, so how do you respond if you're Duke? The first touchdown of the game. As McClain already with 5 tackles, one of those being a sack. No quarterback keeper, but Florida reads it nicely. That was number 5 with the stop. That is Miles Graham, the first team All-American with the TFL, and it's 3rd and 6. Gators by 4.5. It's not a bad line. As here's a deep ball down the sideline, and it's broken up. I probably would have taken the over on that, though. I think if Duke's not careful, this could get ugly. And this drive right here will be telling. Start with a throw. That one's caught. Short gain for Vernell Brown III, the sophomore impact receiver who had 1,252 yards this season. And still only a true sophomore. 2nd and 6 now. Lagway down the seam, and that's going to be broken up. Nice defense by the safety Maliki Wright. For Duke, you need to stop right here. 3rd and 6. Lagway steps up, and he will get sacked. Can't get away, and that'll bring him down, and that'll end the drive. Duke will get the football back. Alright, let's start with a run, but this time Florida's ready. Jeremiah Tillander, the Tennessee transfer, now in Florida. 2nd and 11, a spinning throw. That was a weird read. I'm not sure if that was a busted play or what, but it's going backwards. There's now Dijon Johnson with a tackle, and it's 3rd and 14. It's a screen, and that doesn't look like it's going to get there, and it will not. Is Dijon Johnson now hurt on the play? There's a nice seam down the sideline. Oh, it's not going to count. Looked like a good little run, but this will be coming backwards, unfortunately. I think there's a holding call. Yep. Jordan Castell, the culprit. I'll back him up. But look at this, another big run. And Isaac Brown is having a field day as the center, though, Roderick Kearney, is hurt on the play. There's a deep shot, and oh, I thought that one was going to be caught. Good effort, but incomplete. Second and 10, play fake again. Nice blitz pickup, gives Lagway time, and he's going to find the open receiver. Nice job finding Brown on the crossing pattern. I'll say this Florida line has looked really good early on. Duke's had a dominant pass rush this year with 2 players with over 10+ sacks, but you wouldn't know it thus far. As Lagway, good pocket awareness, just dumps it short, and that's going to be a catch of 2. They get it 2nd and 8. There's another play fake. Duke no left. They get away from the sack. I'll just say Duke is not fooled. It's only a gain of 2, but Lagway, nice job getting out of the pressure. When will Delaware win a natty? Hopefully soon in this series. It's going to take us some time, though. We got some work to do, but we did make our first bowl game this year. My first goal is to get us to the playoff. That would be nice. As there's a sack incoming, and Lagway. Oh, I saw that injury at the bottom. I thought it was going to be Lagway. Instead, it's Kearney. And Duke will punt, or Florida will punt. Excuse me. That is not a good punt. Went 16 yards. Nice RPO. That was dropped. Good defense on the outside. Duke's offense got to get going here. There's a keeper. Mensa's got space. Good keeper. He's going to take this one all the way to the 47. A gain of 20 on the ground. So now he's going to keep it again, and not as much success. Sure, that one's incomplete. Third and 7. Nice conversion there. Quick hitter to number 18. That's Jaden Moore. He was one of the top targets for Mensa this year. I was off the play fake, looking downfield. Only a 3-man rush. He's got time. He's going to tuck it and run it. And pick up 6 as LJ McCray has to come off the field. It's a big loss for the Gators. He was their sack leader this year with 7. Hopefully for them, he's not out very long. There was a delayed blitz again. This time it's picked up as Mensa throws it. That one's off target. Third and 4 on the seam, and that's a strike for a touchdown. Mensa finds Moore for the score, as that rhymes. And we're all knotted up pending the PAT. Good throw by Mensa, perfect strike. And don't count Duke yet. People have counted them down all season. I think this is going to be a closer game than what I anticipated, at least. It's 10 up. Alright, back to square one. We got ourselves a game. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Lagway with a nice throw. He connects with his tight end Livingston. Lagway's over 100 yards passing. He's looked really good. Trying to prove that he should be the top quarterback in this upcoming draft, by the way. Here's a nice handoff to Brown, who makes a man miss, breaking the ankles of the defender. He's got 7 carries, a $144. Even if you take away the 89-yarder, he's got 6 for, what is that? 50, like 57? First and 10 with a man in his face. A nice strike. Finds Eugene Wilson III, the impact receiver. And with that grab, he's up over 1,000 yards on the season. Throw here. That one's caught. He goes right back to Brown this time. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Goal to go from the 6. What's up, Big Fat Piggy? Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Thank you for stopping by. Hanging out on this college football Saturday watching some virtual football. I appreciate it. Alright, goal to go from the half-yard line. I would just give it a Lagway. Let him punch it in here. Or one of these backs, including Brown, who will score his second rushing touchdown of the night. 25 on the season. That is now a single-season record for Isaac Brown. A Florida Gator record. 25 touchdowns. And Florida's out in front 17-10, barring this PAT. I appreciate that, man. Definitely, keep praying for that. Hope you're able to get, find somewhere soon. I hope you just stay safe. Well, that could be a positive. It's caught. They're going to mark them short. And Duke looks like they're holding on to their timeouts just in case they can't get something here. Spreading out the defense. They're going to throw it. That was Mensah. Okay, he's got his man. Nice throw. Nice catch. That's Cam Edwards now in the passing game, as Mensah has 152 and a score. As both quarterbacks showing why they're two of the top QBs in the country. Mensah, the keeper now, tucks it, pulls it down. He's got space out past midfield. A gain of 18 for Darian Mensah. Here he is with a 3-man rush. He has all day. You can't give Mensah all day to throw. Eventually he'll slide. That's awesome, man. I'm glad there's some positives there. And that takes a lot, so definitely respect. As Duke gets a first down here. Actually, they got to hurry up. They're running out of time. Can't take too long. They might have one more play at this. I would just quickly throw this. This is actually the last play of the half. Will Duke cash in? They will. There's a touchdown. Strike to Edwards again. Oh, Duke was playing with some fire there, letting it run all the way to triple zeros, but they get the score. It's tied up at 17, and we have a ball game, folks, going into the second championship. All knotted up at 7. I bet. That sounds... Love the positives. Positive spin. Shot Roscoe. Yeah, they played with fire there, but they got it. Alright, can't skip the highlights. I think it will be, yeah, it's going to be Florida that starts off with the football. Yep, here we go. Here at Allegiant Stadium. Alrighty, let's see what Florida's got in mind. Let's start with the play fake. Nice strike. Big facts for that one. Deep ball, it's incomplete. Good coverage by Kamari Robinson, the junior downfield. Nice job covering Eugene Wilson the third. Now it's 2nd and 10. Offset pistol, handoff up the middle for Brown. He's had a great day. 9 carries, 146. Florida actually has 3 good running backs, by the way. They're only leaning on Brown. That's all they've had to lean on either. 3rd and 9. That one's too high, incomplete. And Duke gets the stop, and now they're in the driver's seat. Alright, first drive for the Blue Devils in the second half. There's a nice grab coming back to the football. That's Jaden Skeet. We haven't talked about him tonight. The Boston College transfer, who's a senior, who led the team with 1,100 yards this year. A gain of 7. Are these future prospects, man? No, not this year. I thought about doing it this year, but I think I'm going to save that for next year because since we're doing Delaware, like, we're playing with a lot of small schools. I feel like we wouldn't really get the most out of it playing like all the Conference USA teams. Like, you're really not going to see a lot of top level NFL prospects on a weekly basis. So I think next year I do want to finally make that return to the NFL and start to incorporate college to the pros. We haven't done that since college football's returned, and I feel like I'm missing out on that. But for this year, this is just kind of like a little smaller project after doing the Gamecocks last year. Yeah, I appreciate that. Nice throw. Nice gain of 16 to Duke. Again, goal to go. Offense looks nice. They might go back out in front here. First and goal, short. That was incomplete. Good coverage by the safety, Jordan Castle. Second goal now. Play fake again. Looking, he's got a man short, but it's actually dropped. Good hit by Castle again. Yeah, you were the Missouri State, right? Was it Missouri State that I didn't do? That one's incomplete, and now Duke will have to go for a field goal. Yeah, I remember you said you're from Springfield. I was really close to doing Missouri State. As that one is good, and Duke takes the lead 20-17. I had it narrowed down to one of the two, like, new schools, but at the last minute went back to Delaware. I was like, I just like the color scheme, and I feel like they have a little bit more history in the FCS, being a dominant team back in the early, like, 2000s. But I was really close to doing Missouri State, because I was afraid that a lot of people would do Delaware, and I would get lost in the shuffle. Yeah, at least we'll still play Missouri State almost every year. And they did pretty good this year, actually. Actually beat us. I think that's a fullback dump off. I didn't know Florida really uses the fullback. Up the middle. And a 5. We'll go back to the ground and get the first down as Kaylon Ellis is hurt on the play. That is the left guard San Diego State transfer coming off the field. First and 10 off tackle. First down. Just leaning on Isaac Brown, the former Louisville Cardinal. Right? I was like, hold up. I was like, I don't have a number 40 on my notes. Was that fullback? Florida looking good right now. As we got a little bit of Wildcat here. It's a touch pass to number 13. That is Jaden Ball finally getting a touch, who was a really good running back for them last year. He got taken over by Brown this year. Still ended up with 11 touchdowns. Now the more traditional give, and it's going backwards. Nice play by number 14. That's Bryce Davis. Sophomore, who had 13.5 sacks this year, but has not had one tonight. He's on a 3rd and 9. Lagway with a flag down. This will probably be coming back. Guess they're going to get Bryce Lovett with a hold. Should have thought, yeah, they might have had a lot more there. Third and 19. It doesn't matter for Florida anyway. They get a first down all the way down to the 4. A big grab by Eugene Wilson. He's had a couple of good plays today. And now the Florida Gators, the goal to go trip from the 4. And they punch it in. Hand it off, and they won't get there. Dragged down by Luke Murgott. The Mike linebacker had 62 tackles coming into this game. Now a goal line formation from the 2. It's a give, and it's going backwards. Luke Murgott with the hit. He's actually hurt on the play after a back-to-back nice stops. Now we have 3rd and goal from the 4. Both teams have struggled 3rd and short. Florida break that trend. Lagway looking, dumps it short. This one is caught, but it's 2 yards shy, and Florida will spring out to the field goal unit. Will play for the tie. Business clip. That's hilarious. Must have missed that. I'll have to go back and rewatch that. It's funny. Alright here. Let's see what Duke can do. It's Cooper Barcate with a grab, and now he's going to come off for a little bit. Go ahead, Roscoe. Well, they hike it, they will not. So we'll go to the 4th quarter, and we have ourselves a ball game here in Las Vegas. 20-20, all tied up here in the national championship between Duke and Florida. It's been a very good game. Duke's hung in there like they've done all year against a lot of teams. And a lot of people doubted them against. Can they just do it one more time? They bring home their first ever national championship in football. Because here's a give, that's not going to work. They got a 3rd and 9. They'll bring out empty. They'll trust Mensah by himself in the backfield. It's a 5-man blitz going down the sideline. That was a jump ball, a little underthrown. It's incomplete. Now Florida will get it back. Agreed. I was afraid this would be a little bit of a blowout. I thought the Duke's team would kind of run out of gas. But I guess that's what people have thought all year, and they've somehow got to this point. Here's a nice play that will not count. It's another hold on Jason Zandamela. I remember him from our South Carolina series. We got him in a transfer portal from Florida. Here he is starting for the injured Roderick Kearney. He's very good, actually. First and 18, a nice strike to Brown, who gets almost all of the yards. And complete on second down. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the hit stick. Like, I get, like, you want the big hits, but I've never really been a big fan of the hit stick. Double play fake screen. I like the play call. It gets some 7 for Wilson. Handoff, big hole for Brown again. And Florida's threatening again. First and 10 handoff for Brown. He trips after a gain of 4. He's had a good day so far. Oh, gets met right in the backfield this time. That's number 95. Haven't seen the Duke defensive line really dominate like I expected. But now they face a 3rd and 10. These pass rushers got to get home as it's a delayed blitz, and there's an incomplete pass. Nice defensive play by the Blue Devils. They'll set up a 42-yard field goal for the lead. Right down the middle is Norton, who's 2 for 3 today, and he'll make it 3 for 4. And Florida leads 23-20 with 9:41 left to play. That's not like a big hit, and Sean Bishop hurt because of it. Second and 12, this one's caught. Now he faces a 3rd and 6. And that was incomplete, and I'll have to punt it back. And first down throw is caught as DJ Lagway crosses the 250 mark. He's played very solid. He's done his job. Here they are with another first down. If you Duke, you just got to keep him to a field goal. Florida's offense seems all right when I say that. Here's a nice run. What a run by Brown. Somehow it gets 5 out of it. Look dead to rights. There's a play fake. It doesn't fool the defense. There's Wesley Williams waiting to call his name. He gets his first sack. The team leader with 15 sacks coming into this game. He's had 15 sacks the past 2 seasons for Duke. He's been a monster, but he's been missed thus far. But he comes up big there. And now it's 3rd and 10. They empty it out as Lagway throws it deep. And this one's incomplete. Can't split the safeties. And the sack is a big one because it knocks Florida out of field goal range. Duke gets the stop they need with 6 minutes to go. Oh, they hit the punter. Oh no, this is going to come back and hurt Duke. They missed the block. And that will be a roughing the punter. A huge penalty for the Blue Devils. You got the stop. Joseph Tolson, the freshman, with a huge freshman mistake. And the Florida drive stays alive. You big mistake there by Duke. And now they hand it off to Brown, who gets some of the yards back, but there'll be a late flag called. It's going to be on Bryce Lovett again, the right tackle. Oh, nice spin move there. He gets the yards essentially right back. Second and 9. Nope, nowhere to go. All right, this would be. I think he missed from 52 earlier this afternoon, Colton Norton. So this isn't field goal range yet. She can't give anything. And they go with a deep ball down the right sideline. It's incomplete. Now we'll see what Florida does. They will trust Norton again. It's 3 for 4 this afternoon, but the one miss he had was from this exact same distance. This time from the left hash, and it is good. Florida gets the field goal. Colton Norton with a big kick. And it's 26-20. The penalty results in 3. But if you're Duke, still a one-possession game, 4 minutes to go. But you're starting at your own 15 because you go nowhere on the return. There's a big play here down the side, though. That's a gain of 32, just like that. To the tight end, Hazley. Second and 6. They dump it off to the tight end again, and he's a yard shy. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. This is going to be a thriller to the end. We'll go to the QB sneak. Minson will get it, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Unless something crazy doesn't look like overtime is on the horizon. See what Duke's got to do. They got to go 42 yards. They need a touchdown here. They got 90 seconds to do it. Play fake, dump off short. I like the call. The tight end gets free. And he's out to the 26. And Duke will use their first timeout. So I probably would have hurried it up and tried to save it. But I'm not in the national championship. Hand off. Nowhere to go. The ground game's been honed in on. Now that Cam Edwards has come out of the game. Second and 9, clean pocket. Mensa steps up, looks deep, and is caught for a touchdown. Duke gets the score. It's Jaden Skeet. And Duke was going to lead pending the extra point. What a play by Mensa to find the open target. And Duke again does what they've done all season. And that is stay in ball games and potentially win them late. But you just gave a minute 13 to the Heisman Trophy winner, who's had arguably the best season in Florida Gator quarterback history. He'll have a minute 10 starting at his own 19, and he only needs a field goal. A field goal wins it. Here's what Heisman Trophy winners are made out of. What can he do? Lagway looks short. That'll start for the kick of 4, and he'll get out of bounds. Florida does all have their 3 timeouts. Lagway again. He looks the cross, but it's incomplete. Good defense. And that was Jacob Finley, the Northern Illinois transfer, who's played pretty good today. He's been in the slot right now. They got a third down. Lagway steps up, throws, first down, catch and run out to the 41, and Florida will burn timeout number 1. What a national championship this has been. Another quick throw, it's caught, and it's at the 48. Florida's getting close. One more first down puts it there. The first down marker is essentially at the 38, which would have been a 55-yarder. I think if they get a first down, they're close to field goal range. So it's 3rd and 4. You got to get the first down, and they will go, oh my gosh, right through the hands. That was game. It was dropped. Deshaun Stone, the junior, had it in his hands, and he dropped it. And now you give Florida one more chance on a 4th down. This is the game. 4th and 4. Florida will take the snap. Lagway steps up. He throws it short. He's got a first down, and that puts him in field goal range, in my opinion. Lagway comes up clutch, over 300 yards. And Duke only has one timeout. They can only stop the clock once. You're going to play fake. That's dangerous, and that's going to stop the clock. I guess Florida just wants more. It's Tony Livingston with his 10th catch of the day. I'm still going to go to the air. This is so dangerous, as that one's incomplete. I mean, it'd be a 43-yarder. I think they're in range. But you're essentially going to get Duke at least a chance to touch the football. As Lagway off the play fake throws a strike, and that actually will probably do it. As they will call a timeout, but this could be one of those short kicks. They're just going to try it now. This is not a guarantee. Short-sided. We've seen these miss plenty. The kick is up, and it is good. Florida will take the lead, 29-27. Lagway leads the drive. And now Duke has 17 seconds where their Cinderella run is over. You need a field goal. You have one timeout to do it. And they got to go quite the distance with 14 seconds. This would be a national championship miracle. As Mensa steps, fires, almost intercepted. Actually going to get a pass interference here. So that'll help a little bit, but 4 seconds came off the clock. As Charlie Denson is the culprit. Well, they got one PI, but now they got to burn the timeout here, and this is going to be the last play. National championship comes down to this play. You got to go for it. As Mensa will step up, and he will throw it as far as he can, and this one is caught, but it's short, and that'll do it. Duke, if they had one more timeout, could have probably got on the field. But Florida, for the first time in 18 seasons, are your college football national champions. They get it done. And Billy Napier is a champion in this series. Ain't that crazy to say? Honestly, he predicted the future right there. 29-27 to just score. A tough loss for Duke. I mean, nobody expected them to be at this point, and I honestly don't know if they're going to get back to it. But Florida comes out on top. They get the national championship trophy for the first time since Tim Tebow was the quarterback. DJ Lagway completes the season. And this is a team that has a lot of juniors. I mean, Lagway's a junior, Brown's a junior, Ball's a junior. Brown had over 200 yards rushing, by the way. The defense is a lot of juniors as well. If this team wants to run it back, they can. But I assume a lot of them will go pro. Yeah, that run cost. I don't know why they ran it there. While Duke, on the other hand, I mean, Mensa is a junior. He'll probably be back next year. But they are losing Edwards, their top rusher. They're losing Skeet, their top receiver. I mean, I just don't know if they're going to have enough in the tank to make another run like this. But overall, it was a classic 2027 National Championship in the books as Florida comes out on top, and it was a pretty offensive day. DJ Lagway didn't throw a touchdown, though, but he did what he needed to do. Brown led the way on the ground. He'll be a first-round pick. And they only had one sack. It was on a corner. While Duke, on the other hand, had 2 sacks. And Mensa looked good, I thought. 3 touchdowns. I thought he played better than Lagway. But I guess Edwards got hurt, and Deshaun Bishop just could not do the same things. And Duke was unsuccessful in their chance at a national championship. So that'll essentially be year number 2 in the books. We played the last game. So at this point, all there is left to do is to recap the year, and then we'll have the off season probably on Friday. We'll premiere that one here on the channel and figure out what happens going into another season. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys again for stopping by. I know it's a college football Saturday, and I appreciate you guys spending that Saturday watching some virtual football. If you haven't, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below. If you are new and just tuning into the stream, we've been kind of stuck in that 2.69K for a while. I'd like to potentially get over that hump and out of this rut. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do that down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one. Y'all have a great day.